Hey, quick myth-busting mission today. Digital detox. Does taking a break from social media actually help your mental health, or is it just a trendy buzzword? Myth number 1. If I log off, I'll miss everything important. Fact, you'll miss mostly noise. The big stuff still finds you. In friends text, news gets aggregated. Actual invites show up in your inbox. What you lose is the endless micro-drama that hijacks your attention. After 48 hours off, my fear of missing out swapped into joy of missing out. I noticed I had more mental space, and I didn't come back to any disasters, just fewer notifications. Myth number 2. Social media is how I relax. Fact, scrolling feels like rest, but it's snack food for the brain, pleasurable, and not very nourishing. True rest lowers your cognitive load. Scrolling keeps your brain on alert with novelty and comparison. When I replaced 20 minutes of doom scrolling at night with a walk and a podcast, my sleep quality jumped. My screen time report even became not embarrassing. Myth number 3. If I post less, I'll hurt my personal brand. Fact, consistency matters, but quality matters more. Short breaks don't tank momentum, they often improve it, because your ideas steep a bit. Draft offline, batch create, then post intentionally. Your audience cares way more about value than daily filler. Myth number 4. Everyone else is handling it fine. Fact. Most people are quietly overwhelmed. The platforms are engineered to be sticky. If it feels hard to step back, that's not a personal weakness. It means the system is working as designed. You can design your environment too. Okay, so how do you detox without torching your social life? 1. The 7-day reset. Delete the apps from your phone. Don't deactivate accounts. Just remove the shortcuts. Use desktop only once per day. Max 10 minutes. Set a timer. You'll be shocked how much inertia disappears when the tap to open muscle memory is gone. 1. Swap. Don't stop. Replace the exact time and trigger. If you scroll in bed, plug your phone outside the bedroom. Keep a book or a notepad by the pillow. If you scroll at lunch, on Stacker now, and bring a friend. Bring a question you want to think about. Your brain hates a vacuum. Give it a better option. 1. Turn off the slot machine. Kill badges. Kill push alerts that aren't from real humans. Keep calls and texts. Silence the rest. No red dots. No pull to refresh. You'll cut the just one more check loop. 1. Make it social. Tell a friend you're trying a detox. Ask them to join for a week. Accountability turns a private struggle into a fun challenge. Loser buys coffee. What should you feel? Day 1, 2. Twitchy thumbs. Boredom. That's withdrawal. Day 3, 4. More focus. Conversations feel richer. Day 5 to 7. Better sleep. Steadier mood. Bursts of ideas. When you come back smarter. Curate your follows like your diet. Unfollow what spikes anxiety. Use lists to separate. Friends, use lists to separate. News, use lists to separate. Inspiration. Post, then log off. Don't linger in comments for validation. Schedule windows for social media instead of grazing all day. Bottom line. A digital detox won't fix everything, but it gives your brain room to breathe, and that's when the good stuff shows up. If this helped, tap like so the algorithm knows it's useful, and subscribe for more practical experiments that make life less noisy and more awesome. See you after your reset.
I bet you didn't know Washington and Tehran are now negotiating face-to-face in Islamabad. This could be the biggest diplomatic moment of the year. Stay tuned. Today in Islamabad, U.S. and Iranian delegations met in person mediated by Pakistan. Efforts to end a 6-week war moved into direct talks. Sources say the first phase has wrapped up. Both sides are now exchanging written text to make sure everyone's reading from the same page. That's huge. It's the first direct, formal exchange since 1979. But the road is rocky. Tehran reportedly laid down 4 non-negotiable demands: control over the Strait of Hormuz, full reparations, release of frozen assets, a region-wide durable ceasefire. Washington and its partners are weighing those demands. The fragile 2-week ceasefire holds, barely with limited ship traffic through Hormuz and renewed worries as fighting continues in Lebanon. Still, negotiators are listening. They are trading drafts and showing more patience than many expected. Optimists say the tone is constructive. Good news could come at the end of this meeting, maybe an extension of the ceasefire, a roadmap for reparations, or steps toward reopening the strait. We'll keep watching and bring updates as talks progress. If you want quick, clear updates, like and subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss breaking developments. Today, something wild is happening in Islamabad. After 6 weeks of fighting, the United States and Iran are actually talking, face-to-face, in Pakistan. And the unlikely power player at the center? Field Marshal Asim Munir, Pakistan's army chief. Here's the quick timeline. First, Munir worked the phones all night. Direct lines to U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, pushing a plan to stop the shooting. That led to a 2-week ceasefire. The U.S. agreed after conversations with Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Munir, holding back a destructive strike that was reportedly ready to launch. Iran publicly thanked Pakistan's leaders for their tireless efforts to end the war. Why Munir? He's widely seen as Pakistan's most powerful figure, and his personal line to President Trump mattered. Right before the truce announcement, Trump made 2 calls, one to Israel's Netanyahu and one to Munir. Now the big moment, today, April 11th in Islamabad, the US and Iran are in the same room for the first time since 1979. Round 1 just wrapped with both sides trading written texts to lock in what they discussed. What's on the table? Pakistan's proposal, people are calling it the Islamabad Accord, does 2 things. Immediately enforce a ceasefire and reopen the Strait of Hormuz, then use the next 15 to 20 days to hammer out a broader deal. Think of it like a 2-step. Stop the bleeding. Now negotiate the bigger fix next. The stakes are massive. Global oil routes, regional stability, and whether this fragile pause becomes a real peace. For now, credit the hustle. Munir's shuttle diplomacy got both Washington and Tehran to show up. The question is whether the clock on this 2-week ceasefire runs out or turns into a breakthrough. I'll keep you posted. Historic ceasefire talks are underway in Pakistan. Could this stop a wider war? Pakistan is hosting a U.S. delegation led by Vice President J.D. Vance, senior Iranian officials, including Parliament Speaker Ghalibaf FM Araghchi. 3 things to watch. 1. Will this Pakistan-mediated summit turn a fragile 2-week ceasefire into longer peace? 2. Iran's 10-point demands control of the Strait of Hormuz, sanctions relief, and how much the U.S. will budge. 3. The talks format, indirect shuttle diplomacy, direct parleys, could shape whether this becomes a breakthrough or a brief pause. The world's watching.
If you think capitals are chaotic, think again. Islamabad was designed like a map. Neat sectors, big green spaces, and a skyline that listens to the Margalas. Start at the center, 0 point, Islamabad's crossroads. From there, the blue area stretches west, the business spine. Move north and the grid opens into numbered sectors, residential blocks, schools, parks, each with its own vibe. To the northeast, the Margala Hills rise, hiking trails, the famous Damanikoh viewpoint, and the iconic Faisal Mosque at the foothills. West of the blue area sits the diplomatic enclave. Embassies, guarded gates, quiet boulevards. Southward, rural Islamabad blends into Rawalpindi's bustle. Markets, rail links, and the historical old city. The city balances greenery, governance, and access. Wide avenues, sector parks, clear zoning. That's Islamabad in a minute. A city built on a map, shaping how people live, work, and move.
Yeah, check the vibe, yo, Pakistani जुगाड़।
इंजन हो गया सीज, फिकर दी कोई गल नहीं, कबार चो कड्डी एक चीज सेट कर दित्ती गल मैं। सड़क ते लगे ट्रैफिक पर माइंड मेरा फ्रेश है, एक छोटी जी ट्वीक ते सीन पूरा कैश है। साडा